Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is the 29th tutorial in this course, and in this tutorial we are going to check out a few list functions. And the first method that we're going to have a look at is the length method, or len in Python. And this method returns the number of elements that are present in a list. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a list, and I'll call mine my list. And we know that we have to use square brackets to create a list, right? So I'm just going to have some numbers in my list, and I'll put in 1 and 3 and 5 and 9, and let's say I want a 4 there, right? So the list has 5 elements, and when I use the length method, I'll have to type in len, and then within parentheses I'll have to pass the name of my list, which is my list. When I press the enter key, I see 5 as a result, and that's because the list has 5 elements, right? The next one that we're going to have a look at is the max method, and when it is used on lists that have numeric values, it returns the highest value in the list, right? So if I would use it with the list my list, let's check out what it returns. We see 9, and that's because 9 is the highest value in the list currently. And similarly, you also have the min method, and this one returns the minimum value, the least value, and when I use it with my list, I get 1 as the result, and that's because 1 is the least value, right? The next method that we're going to check out is the count function, and this function returns the number of times an element is present in a list, and you would have to pass the number that, or the element that you wish to count in your list as an argument to the function, right? So let me change the elements that I have currently in my list now. So let's say I want 3 a few times, and I also want 1 a couple of times, and I want 5 3 times, and I want to have 7 a few times, and I want to have 9 a couple of times, right? Okay, so I have a few typos here. I get rid of those, and when I press the enter key, my list is created, right? So let's say I want to find out how many times 7 is present in the list. What I'll do is I'll type in the name of my list object, which is my list, follow that up with a dot operator, and that is nothing but a full stop or a period or whatever you guys call it, and then I'll type in count, right? And this is the name of the function that we have to use, and within parentheses I'll type in 7 because we wish to know the count of 7 in the list. When I press the enter key, I see 4, and that's because the number 7 is present 4 times in the list. The last method that we're going to check out in this tutorial is the append method, and this method is used to add an element at the end of a list. And the way we use it is, again, I'll have to type in the name of my list object first. So I'll type in my list, then a dot, and then append, the name of the method, and then the value that you wish to insert at the end of the list. And by the end, I mean the right hand side of the list. So whatever value I put in here between the parentheses, that value will go after 9 in the list, right? The only limitation of this method is that you can add 1 element at a time, but still it's a very popular function, and that's why I thought that we should discuss it. So let's say I want to have an 8 at the end of the list, so I'll type in 8 here, and I'll press the enter key, and I don't see any result because the function doesn't return any value. I'll type in my list to see the contents of the list, and there you go, I see that there's an 8 at the end, right? So that's it for now. In the next tutorial, we're going to check out a few more list functions, and I hope you guys had fun watching this tutorial. You may subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.